computer. All right. We are on, y'all. Welcome to the Vibrant Life Tribe Monday night call. It is Monday, November 8th, and I am so thrilled to have you guys here with us tonight. And those of you who will be listening to the recording later, lucky you is all I'm going to say. We have some exciting things to cover. As we're getting started, we'll just take a brief moment to ask if anybody has a win that's burning in their soul that they need to report.
I'm not working night shift anymore. Glory, hallelujah.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh, that's huge.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you. And I'm so happy for me.
Right.
Yay.
And everyone else who lives in a house with me.
Yeah. I got a Tower Garden accessory order today.
Really?
That's right. I did. That's exciting.
Very.
Anybody else? Well, if not, I'm sure next week you're going to have like 4 wins each. That's what I would be happening. That'll be awesome. Do we have, I don't know, we haven't heard from our news anchor for a while. I don't know, news anchor, do you have anything tonight? If not, it's okay, but I just wanted to, I can tell she's like, no. That just leaves more time for Leah to talk, no problem.
Excellent. And we have an NMD watch.
Ooh.
I thought I should report back to you guys that, because we didn't have the official October numbers last Monday because it was Qualifiers Day. So now we have the official October numbers. And our volume in October was 32,076. And NMD volume is 40,000. So we are well on our way. But also our highest volume ever as a team was 34,698. So, you know, and we have had months before where we grew 4,000 in 1 month. So we're super close to NMD, you guys. This is so doable.
It's so exciting, y'all.
And you think you get to talk?
Oh,
It's not your turn yet.
I'm sorry. I think my subscription to zipit.com has lapsed.
I almost said October. It's November. November 8th have the highest volume ever for the 8th of the month. So we are on track to have an epic month.
Yes.
And we are well on our way to NMD. And excited to see where that last PB line is coming from.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So we need about 8,000 in volume and another PB line. This is so doable, especially when you think about the fact that we have gone up in 4,000 in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So
4,000 in November would make us 36,000, and 4,000 in December would make us 40,000.
And I might have talked to Wendy Campbell, and she said, I think this is doable way before Anaheim. And I'm like, yeah. So
Wendy Campbell believes in us, and she knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
Exciting, you guys. So, all right. So Mindy has taken this on, but she wants to report in on it each week. So if you have anything that you want to say about that, you know, check with Mindy. Because she's in charge of that little segment. Are you done?
I'm done. You may speak now.
Okay, I also wanted to report in, many of you have been involved in Core Rank University, which has been sort of like this cosmic experiment we've been doing. And we're starting our next semester, as we call it, and our semesters go from conference to conference. And so it's basically the people who want to run with us to NMD. But Core Rank, what is Core Rank, you ask? What is Core Rank? Dave? Oh,
he's chewing.
I know.
Megan.
I love that. He's like, Megan, what's Core Rank? You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Core Rank is a group, our group of team that, of course, like Mama was saying, the people that want to work and really want to improve their business on a weekly, on a daily level, people that want to take steps in their business in a community atmosphere. We've done this in the past and it's worked really well. We've sometimes went over with a book and used it for discussion for our Zoom meetings, and we just Mamel will assign an assignment that will help our business that week or do a certain post that week, and just this helps you with taking those steps daily, and it's just a really cool way of doing it together and having accountability upon that, and this helps you with that in your business. So
That is not what I was going for, but I absolutely loved your answer. It was perfect in every way. That was awesome.
She answered the question you didn't know you needed to ask.
Right? Dave, can you tell us what core rank is?
I can. I'm done chewing now, so.
She really was just filling in for you in the most like articulate way possible.
I'm the man behind the mirror.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So core rank, it's being QSC with a qualified business.
There you go. So this is, we call it core rank because this is where the magic begins in our marketing plan. It's QSC with a qualified business. Once you get a qualified business, your business is rock solid, and you start holding that for 6 to 12 months. Your business isn't going anywhere no matter what life throws at you when you have been qualified. Now, a couple weeks ago, well, at conference, I honored Josh and Mindy. I think he's at 69 months qualified. Well, it would be 70 now. And you were 64, so now it would be 65.
Yep, he's 5 months ahead of me.
All right. And so you haven't been through anything much lately, right?
No, it's not like I've moved across the country or been working night shift or anything difficult. Life's been PT.
And you really didn't work very much the past year.
Really didn't.
What happened to your business while you didn't work very much?
I worked like remarkably little, and it grew a little.
Mm-hmm. And you had 4 of your highest paychecks ever in the past
12 months.
Rumor has it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's remarkable about this, you guys, is, you know, I love this business that you can set it to the side for a little while when life happens.
Way to the side.
But that doesn't work if you don't have a qualified business and you set it aside. Your business is probably going to mostly go away. You're still going to have your title and your commission level, but your momentum is going to take a hit. And it's just different when your business is qualified. So we call that core rank because we know it gives you the best chance at having a solid business that's not going to go away when life happens. And let's be serious, life is going to happen. It happens to all of us. So we're wanting to set you up for success. So whether you're on the screen currently or you're listening to the recording later, the next semester of core rank started today, but it is way not too late for you to jump in. If you want to grow your business to core rank and beyond and help this team run to NMD, then let your sponsor know, let me know, and we will talk to you about that and see if it's a fit for you or not. Okay, I think that's all we have to take care of before we get down to the real business that my dear, 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 dear friend, Leah Martinez, is on the phone with us, on Zoom with us tonight, and I am so honored. Leah is also a QNMD running to NMD for Anaheim. Okay, so we walked together along with our dear friend Margie. The 3 of us walked the stage together at conference in St. Louis, and I think that we should just continue the tradition, and that of course we're going to walk the stage as NMDs in Anaheim. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Right on, Josephine. That's right.
That's right. So Leah, if you saw her little bio, is a proud mom of 3, and she's passionate about helping women live life on their own terms. I love that. And she's come out tonight to talk to us about gold standard customer care because this is her specialty. So I'm so ridiculously excited to hear what you have to share with us tonight.
Well, thank you. And thank you for that grand introduction. And yeah, I will tell you guys, find a buddy or a group of buddies that literally have that same desire as you and that will also hold your dreams just as close as their dreams. And that's what Mamel and a few of the other people that I got the pleasure of walking the stage with. So I will be as succinct as I can. And if you guys want a copy of this training, let me know. I can just email it to you. But I'm so proud to be on here, and I'm so glad to support you guys in any way that I can. And I think for me, the gold standard of customer care is what I'm going to be talking about. And for me, there's so many wonderful things about doing this and being consistent about it. So I will go over the why, the how, and the when. So the first thing that I really like to do when I get a new customer is send them a little goodie bag. And that could be including juice plus swag of some type. At conference, I always buy extra capsule holders, kids tattoos, jar openers, all of that, right? Everybody needs a jar opener at some point, right? I put chewable pocket packs in there, a complete sachet of one kind with a recipe card. Always save those from your boxes. And then a thank you card with a few of my business cards for future referrals. And the card will say, depends on each person, but it'll say something like, perhaps you'll think of other loved ones that you'd like to see get healthier. Here are a few of my business cards. I'd love to help them too. And so I want to get into the why. The why. Oh, this is so good. So let's start with the fact that it creates stronger relationships with our customers and trust. When somebody trusts you, it says a lot about you. It also creates raving fans. And guess what raving fans do? They refer to you and they become part of the mission, or maybe they refer to somebody that becomes part of the mission. And it builds your own belief in Juice Plus and that of the downline partner. That is so key. And the stories are good. How could you not be excited? In particular, I had one. This woman was 38 years old. She had I take that back. That child was 2. She had a double mastectomy, breast cancer, and doing her customer care call was like the light of life, because one, she was able to tend to her 3-year-old at that time, or 2-year-old, whatever the child was. And even though, yes, she was going through chemo, and yes, she was, having to recover, her recovery was so much better than the doctors even had suspected. And of course, it was her first time going through it. So she had a shockingly positive experience compared to those who were sitting next to her getting chemo that were not on Juice Plus. So it's a wonderful feeling to be able to call somebody and hear that type of a story. Also, third-party validation. I'm just going to paraphrase Jay Martin. The power of 2 is infinitely greater than 1. So also the upline support, they may say something that you've told that person about 5,000 times, but the way that your upline or whoever it is that you have on the other end of that phone, they may say it a little bit differently, and that person actually hears it this time. Like, oh my God, I know I'm supposed to take 2 capsules a day. Okay. All right. But it's happened, you guys. So, and then also there tends to be just in what I've seen, a more positive outcome just overall doing this type of customer care. It also demonstrates how closely we work together, right? It's a chance for us to put our money where our mouth is. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And I can't think of a better way to demonstrate that. It's on-the-job training for new and existing partners. I could tell you guys, when I first started this, I put everybody on the line with my upline, every single person that I wanted to be part of the team, every customer. And it was so amazing because I ended up taking notepads after notepads full of great information. So a lot of times people think when they start the business, they need to know everything about Juice Plus. They need their PhD in fruits and vegetables. No, ma'am. No, sir. You don't need that. You just need to be on with your upline. And then also, it's a really great way for your upline to introduce your customers to new products. And maybe it's a product that you brought up before and they didn't have a need for it then. But guess what? You've got your amener on the phone and she's, going to town telling them. They also get introduced to the community and the business opportunity. Because any gold standard customer care call that we do, we also call it gold mining. You can bet that we're always going to have a really positive outcome from it. So now I want to say, or go into, I wanted to go back about something. When I say that these calls are good for the soul, sometimes we get a little nervous, like, what is my upline going to say? How do I even do this call? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. It's so incredibly good for the soul. I lost my mother and then my little brother within 6 months. And you know what I said to my team? Put me on the phone, fill my calendar, because what it did, it just filled me up. And it's like, how could you be, when you're in gratitude, how could you be super, super sad, right? So now I want to talk about the why. So the why, or the how, I'm sorry. So we do them by 3-way impromptu calls. What do I mean by that? Every single week, as an example, my upline and I have 2 30-minute time slots. Now, when you have at least 3, when you have more than 2 people on the phone, the biggest issue is, how are we going to get our time slots together? How are we going to get our calendars together? And that's why it's so important that you and your upline have daily contact and have these 2 half-hour time slots on the books every single week. And what we do is 2 to 3 weeks out. And that doesn't necessarily have to be your upline. It could be a sideline buddy. It could be a friend, right? That's obviously within the business. It could be somebody that has a similar background. You know, I would definitely think about putting somebody that has a massive heart for people, maybe somebody who's really faith-based, somebody who really likes to work out and be healthy, and who is also super, super, super family-oriented. I might put that person on the phone with Mel, because those are some characteristics and traits that I think would be relatable to this person. So, okay. And then this is a key thing. I really, really highly suggest that you guys do this. I send a bio every single week to my upline for those half-hour time slots. She doesn't care who I'm talking to or who we're going to talk to. She just wants the information. Just block it and she'll hop on. So send the following bio with which products they consume, how long they've taken Juice Plus, why they started Juice Plus, do they have a family health study, what you love, like, or admire about that person. That is going to be super key to the way that this conversation goes. And I'll give you some verbiage of some of the things that we do. And then also, what is your desired connection or outcall for this connection call? Is it to expose them to other products? Is it for the business opportunity for them to ask, like, who do you know? You've got a great story. Who do you know? Or just to simply thank them for taking a proactive health approach and being a loyal Juice Plus customer. People love to get thanked. And might I add, if you buy an $80,000 car, more often than not, meaning not at all, 2 people are not going to call you to thank you for that investment. They're just not. Half the time you can't even get a full tank of gas when you leave buying that $80,000 car. So just think about that. We have a massive gift to offer and it doesn't cost us anything. So when should we do this? Well, anytime is really a good time, but I like to start within 1 to 2 weeks of placing their order. And that way we can properly establish that Juice Plus habit. Again, can we take it with coffee? Absolutely. Can we take it with hot water? Absolutely. Do we take 2 of them a day? Yes, we do. So it just really helps them to be able to establish that habit. So, and then again, anytime is a good time to start, even if it's a long-time customer. And sometimes I think, especially if it's a long-time customer. And then the other thing is you can actually use your 100-day reminders that the company emails you. So I would definitely check that out. If it's not something you're utilizing, the information in those emails is gold. It tells you exactly when to call and what to say and what your next follow-up is going to be. So it's kind of like a win-win. So I also, another thing that I do is after they've reached that 100 days, I will add them to my calendar for whatever sweet little follow-up I'm going to do. Plus, once a week, I do look at who's ever's going to ship the next 10 days, and I make sure that those are people that are on that list. And then also you can run a customer analysis. Whoever your upline is can tell you how to do that from the virtual office, but it'll list all the ship dates, the next ship dates in order. So a little verbiage for these partner calls with the upline. So I will get on the phone and call my upline, and then we'll get that other person and say, if they answer, I'll say, "Hi, Mamel, this is Leah with Juice Plus. Is this a good time to talk for a few?" And you know they love us Juice Plus people because so we're warm and friendly, and they're expecting that we're going to love on them, right? So they're going to say, "Yeah, I have time." So I'll go, "Hi." Well, I'll say, "Awesome. I have my good friend and business partner, Chris, on the line. I shared your story with her, and she wanted to hear it for herself." Or you can say, "She's so thrilled that she wanted to hear it directly from you." Or, "You and Chris are both physically fit. You guys both have a love and passion for your grandchildren." Whatever that is, that commonality. Again, you want to make sure that there's a connection there, because people are they're going to be more open to having a conversation that's, more than 1 minute if there's that connection. And then I shut my mouth, zipit.com. And I really, truly mean that. We want our upline to be the ameners. We've already told them everything we know. They've already heard it from our mouth, with our voice, with our expression. So zipping it and not saying a thing is really going to be to your best benefit. Not only that, a conversation with 3 people and everyone trying to interject, it can get really, really messy. And that just makes the call undesirable. When my upline starts talking, she'll often start with, "Margaret, thank you for taking a few minutes with us. And congratulations for taking a proactive health approach by adding these whole food concentrates to your diet. Our outcome for the call is that you feel the way that Leah and I do, that you would never miss a day without your Juice Plus. So tell me, what made you decide to add this to your diet? And what were you hoping to experience?" That really just opens up that conversation. And typically they're like, "Oh, well, blah, 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 blah." And they just kind of go off and yeah. So the biggest thing, if you're that upline, is ask questions. Things like, have you found yourself sharing this with others? Do you keep your income options open? That's probably the #1 thing we can ask people right now. Because honestly, are people gonna maybe, I don't want to say this in a rude way, but an ignorant answer would be like, "No, I don't keep my income options open," right? Like nobody's going to answer like that. So, and then let's see. And then, also if juice made sense to you, imagine how many other people this would make sense to. Who comes to mind in this moment? And as the person who might be the downline and the upline is speaking, I take notes the entire time. Why? Because you can refer back to them. And 2, when you're the downline, when you're the upline doing it with your downline, you've already got the verbiage. You're so well versed on the verbiage, which makes it more natural for you to want to do these with your downline as well. So if I've indicated in the bio that she's a dream team member, my upline always finds a way to weave it in the conversation. Again, listen for clues when you ask for questions. We get so excited. So when you ask questions, stop and listen. I will repeat, when you ask the questions, stop and listen. I've worked with people before that ask my customers, potential team members, and they talk over them. People don't like that. They just don't. And people now more than ever, they want to be heard, you guys. They really want to be heard. Let's see. So if your customer does not answer, don't be afraid to leave a message. Similarly to a live conversation, I might say, "Hi, Margaret, this is Leah with Juice Plus, and I have my good friend and business partner, Chris, on the phone." And then Chris will often say, "We're so sorry that we didn't get to connect. Our outcome is that you feel the way that Leah and I do, that you'd never miss a day without your Juice Plus. And we applaud your proactive health approach. Thank you so much for being a loyal Juice Plus customer." And then when we don't know what to expect on these phone calls, they could be massively intimidating. If you just by a hand, who is intimidated by doing these calls, just from what I've shared already? Anybody? little bit? Okay. So it take it all away, because here's the thing, the minute that you start doing them is the minute that you get less comfortable, that you get more comfortable with them, truly. Because again, you hear the happiness, like, my God, these people just called me to thank me. Like, that's so nice. And I would say do them consistently. And when you hear a customer share what it's done for their 2-year-old who hasn't pooped since day one, you're going to want to continue to do them, right? Trust your upline. This is the biggest thing. Trust your upline. They truly have your best interest. It's not about getting to NMD. It's not about getting to PMD plus. It's not about how much money we can make. And you guys probably all feel that for Mamel. It's not about that, right? What her point is we all rise together. When she rises to NMD, the whole team rises, right? And so just trust your upline and know that that relationship between you and your customer is going to be so much stronger because you took the time to care enough to have 2 people call them. And then also, in terms of, oh God, it just went away. It just went away. It'll come back to me, but get your smiling and dialing on, have fun with it. And as Dr. Du Bois said, we are doing the right thing.
Wow. 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 I've been scribbling notes furiously, and I love customer care. So this is the topic.
She's already good at it, and she took notes.
I took a lot of notes. I'm like, ooh, that's a good idea. There's so many different ways to do it. Some of your verbiage, be sure to send that so I can share it with the team, because I love, love, love so much of your verbiage. So I'll be stealing some of it, and I hope that the rest of you will as well. So, oh my gosh, thank you. Does anybody have a question for Leah? I mean, I think we could probably take about 5 minutes for questions. Do you have time, Leah?
Oh yeah, yep. I don't have the next call till 7.
All right.
I guess I have a question. So I'm very new at the business and I haven't been able to do much with mine. So what are things I guess you don't want to say? Like, what are things that you're like, stay away from these things or these approaches when doing customer care?
I would just say, opposite of that maybe is asking a lot of questions. That way, sometimes we don't say the wrong thing because we're asking questions direct to them. And because of our knowledge or our upline's knowledge, we're probably going to answer the right way. But here's the thing. Nobody knows what we're supposed to say. You can't mess up. You literally can't mess up. So I hope that really empowers you. Because yeah, people don't know what we're supposed to say, even on a training. Even if I messed up on this training, you guys wouldn't know what I was supposed to say, right? And so think about it from maybe like not a thought of like, what if I say the wrong thing versus like, what can I say that really is right? What are they gonna really hear? But I do appreciate that, and congratulations on joining this awesome mission. I mean, you were in the right place, the right time, the right company, the right product, and you've got the right Juice Plus family.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And she came all the way from Okinawa to go to conference.
Oh, you're the Okinawan. Well, hello. That is so awesome. That's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I have actually a good large group of Juice Plus team members in, oh no, Okinawa, that's Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, never mind. I was thinking.
I was excited.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
That's amazing. Wow, wow, wow.
Right? Does anybody else have a question for Leah? Okay. Well, we will be looking forward to the verbiage and whatever that you send our way from this training, because it was just amazing. And I'm so grateful that you would take this time. You guys, Leah is just a woman of faith with a huge heart. She's got the best giggle in the world. And I'm telling you guys, go find a buddy. Jay Martin says it every time he talks to us. And I've been blessed by finding this group of women. There's 5 of us. And it makes all the difference in the world to find your group of people that you talk to about it every day, and you encourage each other. And it's awesome. And so I just want to say thank you to Leah for being that person in my life. And y'all need to pray to find your Leah, is what I'm telling you. So
Thank you.
thank you, darling. I appreciate it. And okay, who's wrapping up the call tonight? Wanda.
Yeah, thank you, Leah. I just got to say that just thank you for showing up for yourself and your business and for the team. And just remember that out there, there's somebody who's praying for an answer for their health, and we have it. So don't be shy. Go and share.
Well said. Oh my gosh, I have so much love in my heart for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you, for showing up tonight. You're a blessing. Take care.
Bye.
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 Bye.